only wants you to make good beer. And have fun hanging out with your friends. Here's Dono. Today on the program, I am excited to announce something new. I have become an affiliate partner with MoreBeer. What that means is they have agreed to become a little bit of a sponsor of this program, and what that also means is that you faithful viewers can help me out when I have gotten a kit or ingredients from them and I'm gonna brew them and do a video. What you're going to do is for your brewing needs, and if you haven't checked out my rice lager video, go check this out. This was a really fun beer and a fun project. Is you are going to click on this link down here that says more, and you can do this on any of my videos, and this is where I will have a link to click on to take you to MoreBeer's site, and you can order your brewing ingredients. Now, if you all are already a customer of MoreBeer, then this is absolutely a no-brainer. Just click on that. It will not cost you any more, but it'll just help me because they will see that people are watching my videos and clicking on their links. So anyway, on deck today we have a nice beer for fall. Heretic Shallow Grave. I already have the wort in the garage getting ready to boil. 12 pounds 2-row, 1 pound Munich, 1 pound Crystal 40, and 8 ounces each of these for 15 pounds. It's going to be in the upper 1060s to 1070. The hops are right here. I was a little thrown by just 2 packages, but then I looked and one of them has the, well, that's the 1 ounce, and then this one does have 2 ounces. I don't know if I've ever seen the hops with 2 ounces, even though they look the same. The other thing is they sent Imperial Flagship. That was my request. I have the yeast starter going. That is looking fantastic. And I'm boiling some wort on the stove because I got 6.8 gallons. Let's turn that down since it's gotten to a full boil, and now I need to go check the boil in the garage. But we'll talk about this recipe kit. It's all grain, so I mean it's the exact same process for me. It's just that somebody designs the recipe and then they send you all the stuff. You guys have probably done that before. Shallow Grave Porter. Yeah, excited to give this a try. I've had some Heretic beer for sure, but I mean I think it's out of California, so it's not around here too much, but I have had it and excited to this, but I need to go check on the boil. I thought I would do a quick unboxing of the box that I got from MoreBeer. I was told it had shipped on a Thursday, and I was pleasantly surprised to see it arrive by Saturday. So that was pretty slick. I think it came from Kansas, which they must have a depot there. It comes with a nice branded color, nice glossy paper of the recipe that I have with the ingredients. It also has a place to take notes. If a person wanted to record the notes and the details on these sheets, you could probably put them in a 3-ring binder or something. More instructions. Yep, exact brewing instructions. Which, I mean, if you're at this point in your brewing, you kind of know what you're dealing with. This is a little ad and an invoice, and the yeast was packed in a kind of a bubble wrappy type plastic envelope thing with 2 ice packs in there. So while it was fairly warm by the time I got it, I'm sure for the majority of that 2 days it was kept pretty cool, and then I just put it into the fridge and I put the hops in the freezer. There was a separate pack here of the specialty ingredients, and I think the hops might have been stuck in there. Otherwise, there's the rest of the base malt. 12 pounds of base malt. I believe there's 2 pounds of specialty ingredients, but I'll go over all that at another point. But yeah, shipment was fast and it was well packed. Time for the boil addition. We've got 1 ounce of Columbus at a nice 16.7% AA. As you can see, sorry, I just had to smell these hops, baby. Wort it's not, when I was pouring it and looking at it, it's not pitch dark black. That would probably be more of your stout. It is called a porter. It is going to be dark, but maybe not, you know, midnight dark black. But there goes the boil addition for 60 minutes, and then we have 2 ounces at 15 minutes. 15 minutes left in the boil. I just added the wort chiller to sanitize, and we have 2 ounces of these. So here this goes. So this will come to a boil in a minute, and then these will get a little bit of boiling time, and then we'll do the chill. Everything is looking pretty good. Yeast starter is ready to go. I will get a definitive reading, but it looks like it's going to be around 1070, which is what we were hoping for. Got just a smidge under 5 gallons, but adding this will top it off to that, so we'll hopefully get about 5 gallons or so into the keg. And I am going to hit this with the pure oxygen. 1070, I think, definitely would call for not only a yeast starter if you weren't going to pitch multiple packs, but, you know, a nice healthy dose of oxygen. And then one additional challenge is going to be to keep it below 70, which is my goal, because my room over here is above 70. But I have, I'll do my old, put it in the tub, put ice packs in the 4 corners, put a blanket over the top, and that should do it. So it's about 12 hours after pitching the yeast, and I thought I would take a look. And I just came down here a couple of hours ago, and there was nothing like this. So that means in the last couple of hours this Kreuzen developed. I must not have a good seal because I don't get the bubbling in the airlock. But I took the temperature, it's like 65, so that's fine. I've got the ice jugs, I just put a couple of fresh ones in there, so yeah, it's off and running. Here, you can stand there and look handsome. Look at that handsomeness. Here we are, tasting the Shallow Grave Robust Porter. What's up, everybody? This beer is done. It's ready.
Done is beautiful.
It's done. Do I have dates? This beer was brewed on September 18th. Probably kegged on October 9th. Today is October 26th. So you can do all that math. It got an OG of 1068, which was right in their spec, slightly on the low side. They had estimated of 1068 to 1075. Final gravity for me was 1014 for an alcohol percentage of 7.1. So there you have it. Yeah, I mean, I am pleased with it. I get all the notes that you're supposed to get in a beer like this. You get some kind of like unsweetened chocolate, maybe sweetened chocolate, maybe dark chocolate. Of course, you get a little bit of a coffee flavor, but then there's a sweet character. Talk about like that.
Brown sugar, toffee kind of thing, dark crystal flavors. You got some maltiness too.
There's some crystal malt.
Yep.
And it's some Munich, and some residual gravity points. Not as low as many of the beers I end up making, but that's going to happen that happens often when I make these robust porters and things of this nature. But yeah, I mean, Now the other component to this is the hops, which Jamil, there's a fun video that Chip has doing a Zoom call with Jamil Zainasheff about this beer. So that's kind of a fun watch. I rewatched it when I was going to be doing these tasting notes, but he made a beer in his Brewing Classic Styles that was inspired by Deschutes Black Butte Porter. This Heretic is a modified version of his other homebrew version. And he calls this one, he goes, it's a good beer. That's what he says about the Heretic beer. Which, you know, is not wrong.
It is a good beer.
And then he said it is a little bit on the upper end of the hop spectrum for that kind of a style. So it really isn't, we were talking earlier, a ton of hops. It's not a crazy amount of hops. 1 ounce Columbus bittering, 2 ounce Cascade at 15 minutes. You know, that sounds like breakfast. You know, that doesn't sound like anything unreasonable.
Eat your greens.
Yeah. But, and there's a little bit of that in there. There would be robust porters, stouts, black beers that you would have that wouldn't have even this level of hop character.
But I feel like it all balances together and harmonizes really well. You've got that 1014 terminal gravity, you've got some crystal malt, you got some Munich, you got a 7.1% ABV level. Like the roast malt and the hop bitterness kind of come together to balance it all out and make it very drinkable. Yeah. Yeah, the sip I just took, I was kind of focusing on the hop bitterness a little bit, and it's certainly there, but I mean, I think we'd be hard pressed to find a beer drinker who would think that it's too hoppy. A craft beer drinker. There you go. Touche. I mean, to be fair, some people don't like hops. Yeah. And that's fine. We will put them on an island and they can all live together with their non-hoppy beers. Or you might like hops, but sometimes you don't feel like a hoppy beer. But true. This isn't, like we were saying, if you're used to IPAs, if you're used to you know, really, really over the top, in your face hops. Yeah. Like, this is not going to be off-putting. No. No, but you know, again, if you don't want to put in all the hops, you don't have to, or you can buy a different kit. But this kit is, or this recipe, which came in a kit for me, works. It works for me. It's just about what I want. I like a robust porter. I make them every few years. I get inspired and interested to make one, and this one is delicious. Jamil said that the style in general should have some bread and caramel flavors. So it shouldn't just be a roast bomb or kind of dry and black tasting and acrid. It should have something else. And I think that the Munich and the caramel or crystal malt, you know, comes in there to support it that way. But yeah, the Munich and the crystal will get you that. It is a good beer. Jamil was right. So I guess that's going to be about it. I don't want to make this tasting video too long. I do want to thank MoreBeer once again for sending me the kit. And I want to encourage everybody, as I showed you in the intro, go click on that link. Do me a favor. We'll see what happens. We'll see how many people click on that. If you are in need of buying any homebrew ingredients, all the better. And especially even if you're a MoreBeer customer anyway. But take a second, click on that link, go to the website, they'll keep track of that. We'll see if some people do that. We'll see if I can keep testing these kits and making these beers that I haven't made, which is always fun. I mean, that's something that I always like to do, right? Is like to do something different. So we are going to retire to the backyard, but thanks for watching. Catch you later. Which I always find interesting, because what software is scanning the tens of thousands of videos that are going up all the time? Sound
for sound, like for the music notes. You know what I mean?
Nev has this app on her phone called Soundhound.
that will like, she's like in a store or a restaurant or something, she can like,
Yeah.
it'll listen
It's
to
playing.
the song and then identify it for her,
Okay.
tell her like the artist and the
That's
album.
cool.
So
I don't
that
know.
algorithm must exist.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the capability does exist, but it's surprising, like, what I was dialing up one of my old videos, and I used to have music going in the videos to turn people on to some music that they might like, or just if I wanted to have something on, or like if Fish was on tour and I was listening to the latest Fish concert, and at some point I started getting these warnings and these notices, so then I stopped doing that whenever I think about it. I'll even be like, we've been camping, and I'll just be doing clips just for myself of the campouts, and then I'll put it on my own channel in a private, unlisted mode, and I'll get an email saying, well, you can't be monetized because you have whatever song, Hank Williams song music is in this video. So